But
nice. Did you get some tasty nugs?
I did not.
All right,
God
I have
damn
one
it.
cookie left.
How do you not get nuggets, bruh?
I got a Baconator, and their fries sucked ass today.
That's interesting because Wendy's fries are usually like some of the best as far as
I'll
fast
be
food
right
goes.
back. I want to fill up my
They were
water.
mushy, and they had no salt on them.
That's unfortunate. Welcome back, everybody, to the Fifth Line Podcast.
Nothing like an awkward start.
Dude, they gotta be awkward. If it's not awkward, it's not the beginning of an episode. We're without Eric this week, unfortunately. He has got more studently duties. But he's what has he got? A year? I think he's got one more year. I think he ends next.
Is he
spring.
doing? Did he say he was doing
thought he was
summer
done
stuff,
after
like
the summer.
summer semester stuff?
I'm pretty sure he's doing no semesters off. Pretty
I
sure
thought he
he's
was
taking
done
classes.
after the summer semester.
I don't think so.
I think
think
he
it's
has at
the
least
spring.
until spring. Yeah.
But so he's getting there. He's chugging along. I can't even imagine doing that crap.
Power to him doing the friggin' year round. Nah.
Frig that. He's chill though. He's able to do that without freaking out too much.
Yeah.
No thanks.
All right. Yeah, no thank you. Not even 4 years was enough for me.
Yeah.
With time
3.
off in between.
3 was too much for me.
3, yeah. Nick sped through. All right, gentlemen.
What's going on?
Aaron Rodgers, MVP from last year, is unhappy with his current team. The team that
Famous Jeopardy host Aaron Rodgers.
Yes, actually, I have a note about that. But he's only, correct me if I'm wrong, Nick, but he's only played for Green Bay, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, the team he's been on for his entire career, which is pretty damn long. He's not happy.
He's
Why?
not.
Do we know why, Nick?
So I think it all started last year at the draft. They drafted they drafted his replacement.
They moved up.
Quarterback,
They traded up in the draft, Ben. I know you know what that means. They traded up to
I
get
do.
a QB
quarterback,
in the first round.
Oh. So he's
And
like,
So I think
somebody
it
take my
started
job.
with that. But then he came out this year and played like a stud, obviously, because
Well,
he
obviously.
was the MVP of the league. And I
Stud
don't know
muffin.
exactly what set him off this year. I know they again shit the bed in the draft. Trevor, if you're listening, chime in. You would agree. They shit it out again in this draft. They didn't help him on the offensive side of the ball at all. I don't think. I think they got like a corner or something. Yeah, they got a cornerback. So they helped their defense, but did not help their offense, and their offense needs a little bit of help out on the edge. But so what happens is draft morning, he basically came out and says he doesn't want to play there anymore. And it was kind of like, what the fuck's going on? And there really isn't a ton of detail out that I've seen. I do know that they don't want to trade him. They didn't trade him at the draft.
I've been seeing
They
that.
don't want to get rid of him. They anticipate him being their quarterback this year. He doesn't want to play. And I saw something, I want to say yesterday, that basically said he isn't going to play unless the GM gets fired. So I was like,
Oh boy.
yeah. And I'm sure it's definitely a developing story.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
has not yet come to its conclusion. But yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with that.
That's well, the draft just happened, so it like just came out. Yeah, that's all I had, and also, so he was the guest host of Jeopardy, and I didn't watch that episode, but apparently he was like, he did really well, and he's like a huge fan of the show.
Yeah.
So like, it's like he said that it would be like a dream to like be the full-time host. So imagine
That would be so weird.
Imagine
He's
quits.
not too long. He doesn't have too many. I wouldn't think he has too many years left in him anyway.
That's so weird.
That would be such a strange career shift.
That's so weird to say of a guy that just got MVP, but like he is getting up there.
Yeah, I mean it's basically like I think Breeze is Breeze tipped the cap there, right? So he retired this year. Brady's only a couple seasons behind him, if
Are we
that.
sure?
And Rodgers is right on his back too.
TB12 died.
Rodgers is
Dude.
a little bit younger, but he's
Yeah.
still like I think he's like 37 or something like that, which is crazy to say. Like
That's
this
old.
guy is about to retire from fucking doing anything, but
At 37, yeah, only in sports. Only in sports. Think about, dude. Think about like gymnastics. At least ladies. I don't know about the men as much, but the ladies gymnastics, they can't. They like basically don't compete after 20. I'm sure Simone Biles will, but like that's most of them are like
yeah,
upper
all like
teens.
the high level ones that end up at the Olympics.
Yeah.
Just because younger, it's easier to do all like the crazy ass shit they
you're
do.
more flexible.
Like yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's weird.
it's interesting. It's interesting. It'll be interesting to see.
So Trevor, if you're listening, chime in with your 2 cents on how the Packers' current situation is.
Yes,
because
2 cents.
As a bystander looking on, does not look good.
No, it looks like it could be out at MVP QB. Unfortunately.
And we're moving into Jordan Love, I think his name is, who I don't think he's gonna do jack shit there.
No.
But
dude, some other NFL news actually. The God, is it Trevor Lawrence? Dude with
the dude with
the sick
insane
hair.
flow.
The sick hair,
dude.
He's already donated like $100,000 or something in Jacksonville, which is where he was drafted. Number 1 overall, right?
Yep.
So yeah, that's a good start right there. And he's
what's
married
funny
already.
about that draft too? I watched basically all of the first round the other night. I missed pick 1, and that was all I missed.
You had them all right?
No.
Oh,
I turned the draft
easy.
on, and the only pick that I didn't see was number 1. But well, like I think they ended up I think they traded up again, and then ended up drafting the running back from wherever Lawrence went to school. I want to say Clemson.
It was
Where they
Clemson.
went to school.
Yeah, it was Clemson.
Yeah.
I remember watching it.
So they ended up drafting Lawrence first, and then like pick 14, they draft the running back. So they just ship those
Keep
two
them
guys off
together?
to Jacksonville together. Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That'd be freaking sweet, actually. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on to somewhere I'm more comfortable talking about. I was really confused with this one when the Kraken are like official now, and then I read the story and it made sense. So they hadn't finished their franchise payments to become a franchise yet.
Mm-hmm.
How much is the total? Does either of you know? I do.
I think
But I'm
it's
just asking.
650 million.
Yep. So if you any of you rich people, if you want to start a new NHL franchise,
Cool $650 million.
you better be a crazy rich person.
Yeah.
Holy. But yeah, so they made their final payment on Friday, and so they're officially in. I have no idea how the arena things are going.
I imagine they're.
I did see
close to
from
if
that
not
article
Yeah.
that they're now free reign to go after any player they want who's able.
Yeah, now you can start just like
Talking
they
to
could
people?
sign free agents and stuff if they're
Yeah.
Okay.
just like a random college player or like from a European league or whatever.
Yager.
Probably
Imagine.
not Jagr, but
Imagine, dude.
yeah. And
I'd
then
buy one of those.
the expansion draft is July 21st. So
That's after
very,
all the
very
stuff.
soon. That is after the last. This is like I'm looking at a key dates like an article. July 15th is the last possible date for Stanley Cup final. That also says subject to change, but this is an older article, so that might be pushed back a little bit. But I imagine so there'd be 6 days or less between the end of the Cup final.
Holy dude! Imagine
And
whoever wins the cup is.
There's gonna be somebody who's just wins the cup, and then
Scrambling.
like 2 days later. I mean, they're not gonna have to go anywhere because it won't be till next season. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're gonna have to make some tough
literally
decisions.
like 2 to 3 days later, they're gonna be taken by another team. This is gonna be nutty.
That is gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Summer's gonna be fun.
I'm
This summer's
excited.
gonna be fun
I'm
because I
excited for
remember how
that.
much fun the Vegas expansion draft was. That whole summer was a great time.
Didn't we watch that together?
I didn't. I wasn't
I
there
don't
if we
think so.
did.
Because I think I got home late from Bokies when I was still working there and watched
I
like
thought
the
for
end
some
of it.
reason we watched that out in Renaissance together.
No, because it was during the summer. It was when we had gone back home.
That was right
already.
before. I think that was the summer before we moved into Ren. Or
I don't
It
remember.
might have
Yeah,
been- it
I
might have
think
been
you're
in
right
between.
because I remember Ben. I think we were just going to be moving in because Ben put that poster up on the wall and then taped their logo onto it.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was like right
yeah.
after. We moved in right after they became a team.
Yeah.
Ah, good times. I liked Ren
Freaking
Village.
how is that so long ago?
We're
So
old.
yeah, welcome Seattle. Very excited to see what you do. Very excited to see which jersey I'll be buying.
Same.
And yeah, that's pretty much
You need
it.
to start selling those things. I mean, I guess
Yeah,
I
right?
would wait until after expansion because I'd see what player I'd maybe want to
Which
get.
Habs player?
I don't know, or it'll depend on maybe even like who they take from other teams. Like,
What about-
if there's
okay.
like they take a player from a team I don't like, and then I
So-
actually kind of like the player, I might be like,
Yeah, yeah.
see.
So
Seattle.
okay, so how about and I don't think this will happen, but how about what if Subban gets picked? Would you get a
Ooh,
Subban jersey?
Hell yeah, yeah, that'd be easy.
Yeah, that's I was gonna say. I don't think that'll
yeah.
happen, but that would be
I don't
interesting.
either.
I bet you Jeff Carter gets picked by him.
Is he a UFA?
No, he has like I think one more year. I think that was another year attached on his deal
Okay,
when Pittsburgh acquired him. If I'm
I could
right,
see that. I could see that, Nick.
and I could see them leaving him exposed because I feel
Oh,
like
for sure.
they mostly just got him for like whatever run they can have here.
This push this season, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's he's a sick player, but he's getting on in years. So
yeah.
Hot take.
yeah. Hot take, dude. I have 0 hot takes. They're all calculated. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing I do is calculated. All right, Ryan Miller. As you can see, I'm wearing a Sabres jersey, one that I don't actually know if he ever wore.
No, it would have been after his time.
Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure Danny Burrell wore that jersey with him on the back of it.
That's
was
an
probably
Adidas
similar.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, this is an Adidas one. It's the logo. He did wear this logo, so we'll say that. Or something similar to this logo. I can't get that into it. But anyway, that's why I'm wearing this jersey in honor of Ryan Miller, who retires. I don't believe he's retiring this second, but he will be at the end of the
At
season.
end of the season, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta stop
Um,
after his.
So my memories of Ryan Miller are of him in as like U.S. goalie, as a goalie in the U.S. Olympics for the U.S. Olympic team, because he was a beast.
He was that one year. That almost they almost won that one year too. When that was the OT Canada won Sidney Crosby
The golden
right?
goal, as you
Was
in
that
the
the
North
same
like
year
to
that
call it.
she had like 17 shootout goals or whatever?
No,
it
that was a couple years later. I don't remember
Yeah, no,
exactly
that
when.
was
I guess 2014 maybe.
Yep. But yeah, he was
Yep.
great there. And then the dominating memories I have of him is just because he was always in this Habs division. And when he was good, there was like 2 or 3 years where Buffalo was good.
Yes.
And that was
Briere.
like the last time that they were good, really. And he was friggin' annoying. I will say that. Like almost
Yeah.
every game against the Habs, he was annoying. And I think they would have 4 or 5 against each other. Was it the Northeast then division? I think that was what it was called
God,
back
I don't
then.
remember.
I believe it was the Northeast division. Because I don't think Tampa was always in the Habs division. I think that changed when the Atlantic became a thing in
When
2013.
yeah, I think so.
But anyway,
Atlantic.
Miller was a beast in Buffalo, and then he ended up continuing to be like a really, really strong goalie in like different roles for Vancouver and then Anaheim.
Yeah.
He's still been able to be decent even in backup roles the last few years. So good on him. I think he's the winningest American goalie.
Yep. He is.
So
391 wins.
so hell of a career.
Yep. Probably probable Hall of Fame candidate, you think?
Maybe.
Winningest American goalie.
Hard, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hard to
I
say
just-
though. Like he
I don't know where he
yes,
is
did
on
play
the.
good, but he always played for trash teams. So
Yeah, I don't know that he had
Yeah.
ever had any individual awards, and obviously didn't have any.
He
really
had the
upstart.
Vesna in 2009, 2010.
He did have a Vesna. Okay,
Yep.
well that helps. Yeah, I don't know. Really
Okay.
good goalie though.
Yeah. So his career stats: 391 wins, 289 losses, which is just unfortunate because he just happened to play on some real iffy teams.
Yeah, the latter years of Buffalo they weren't good for him.
Yeah.
Oh, he went to St. Louis for like a second too.
Yeah, 44 shutouts, 2.63 goals against, and a 914 save percentage. So
That ain't bad.
you'll take that. You'll take that. 11 years in Buffalo, 19 games in St. Louis.
Because
3
at a
years in
deadline
Vancouver.
right there.
Yeah, 3 years in Vancouver, and then 4 years in Anaheim. And now he's hanging it up.
Whoa, that just unlocked like trade deadline memories from like 9 years ago. What the fuck?
Yeah, friggin' A. But yeah, and then the Vesna in 2009, 2010. So there you
Get
go.
on him.
Ryan
Me
Miller,
off a lot when I was a kid.
congratulations. Congratulations to you, good sir. All right, who put the Jagr thing in the...
I did.
Oh,
I
okay.
just saw an article about him. He took
Friggin'
his.
beast,
I
man.
don't even remember what it said because I haven't had a ton of time today, and I saw it like in between my parents leaving and me having to leave for golf. But there was something about him on the team he's playing on right now. He also owns part of it,
Yep.
and like he led that team to that championship in that league that he's in. It's just like, what the fuck is this guy still doing? Like,
He's
Yeah,
doing
it's,
it. He's doing it.
It's Kladno, which is interestingly the same team that Thomas Plekanec is playing on right
He
now.
plays on his line.
Yeah, they I think it was always the place Plekanec would play during like the lockouts that happened, I think too. That was like whenever he went to play in Europe, it was always on because I think it might be his hometown or something like that. But yeah, Jagr 49 leading his team in game 7 to I think comeback win that series, and then apparently got promoted up. His team got promoted up a league in whatever Czech.
Yeah, it works.
system.
It works different over there. It's similar. I think it's similar to like soccer,
Yeah,
but
sounds like it is.
yeah,
But
fucking
just a
Russians.
friggin' beast of a man.
he's Czech.
He's Czech. You mean?
Whoops.
But
My
and
bad.
then he
Sorry,
even said
any
he
Russian listeners.
even said that
Just say Easterners.
like he might come back another season, which just
like for NHL or over there.
no, probably over there,
Oh,
but
okay.
still playing up a pro level like hockey.
Yep, I saw it. It's his.
50.
I saw it. It's his. This was his 33rd pro season.
It's nuts.
33.
That man was born to play hockey.
Yep, and yeah, friggin' A, and to own the team as well.
Yes.
All right. Okay, gentlemen. This is when we get into the NHL standings. This is the moment.
standings. Are we at the divisions? Is
We
that
are
where
at the
we're
divisions now. Let's start. Where do you guys want? I'd like to start with the West just because none of us have any stake in that division. So it's good to get that one out of the way.
I'm definitely rooting hard for Minnesota this year because that's just the most fun option.
Yeah, they have an awesome reverse retro. No one
They
expected them
have
to be
to
this
wear
good.
that during playoffs. I need them to.
Do you think
I
they
need
will?
them to wear it like all the time, please. I mean,
So
come on,
has
that jersey's sick
Vegas
as hell.
and Colorado both clinched.
All
The top
three of Vegas, Colorado, and Minnesota have clinched.
top three. Those top three were the first to clinch, actually.
Yeah. Minnesota's been
So where's
stupid
that
good.
fourth spot
2
sitting
points
at this
behind
point?
Colorado. What?
Yeah, so the fourth spot right now is still hotly contested between St. Louis and Arizona. The only thing is St. Louis has it by 3 points right now. Arizona has 3 fewer games left.
Yeah,
than
they
St.
only
Louis.
have 4 games
So-
remaining. I don't think they're making that up.
I doubt they'll make it up, but I haven't looked at the schedules, so I can't really say. Because if there's if a couple of those games are against St. Louis and they can take a couple points from them there's a possibility, but it's not.
I don't think they will
not-
be because if I remember correctly, they played 7 games in a row against each other earlier this year because of postponements of
They
different
did.
teams.
They
It
did,
was
yep.
just St. Louis, Arizona, like every other
That's
night.
true. I forgot about that.
So I don't think there's going to be anything like that there.
Yeah, So it's strong. So it looks like it's going to be St. Louis, which I think we all.
That makes sense.
yeah,
I
it
mean,
makes
at the
sense.
beginning of the year, I expected it to, if anything, be Minnesota and St. Louis flipped there.
Yeah.
But
And as Ben said, Minnesota just behind Colorado by 2 points, so we could see some home ice advantage flipping there, which would be interesting.
that would be wild.
That would be pretty
if
crazy.
Minnesota could jump, that would be wild.
That would be pretty
That would
crazy.
be the Minnesota Wild.
Oh god, yeah. I
Ooh.
cut that audio out, didn't I?
That was funny.
All right. Let's go to the North because the North is the craziest right now.
It is it's something. That's for sure.
Not
Things
that
are
I have any stake in this playoff position, but
Hey, your Sens aren't in last.
Yeah, that's something.
That is due to lack of games played, but
Vancouver's still back at 45. Jesus.
yeah.
That's nutty. Oh, they're gonna have such a bad time.
I don't think they finish.
Oh, I think they're gonna finish. They're just gonna be terrible.
You think
Because
they
like they're
finish the
just
season, like,
they're
all
just
56?
packed. They're all packed in, like basically for just whatever anybody
Jeez.
else's games are. Well, the thing is, I think that happened was they moved all their games against Calgary until like after Calgary was done the rest of their season. Because the way this schedule is going to work out, I think Calgary doesn't finish playing their games until like 5 or 6 days after the Habs are already done.
Mm.
And Calgary's last 4 games are against Vancouver, which is the only thing that has me left worried, is that they're going to get Vancouver for the final 4 games of the year after Vancouver has just been every bad thing that could have happened has happened to Vancouver.
Could see
yeah,
something
but
there.
Jesus, Calgary's been trashed this season, and like those
And
guys on
there is now
Vancouver
an
aren't
8-point
gonna like.
gap.
Yeah, the guys on Vancouver aren't gonna just like fucking pack it in and call it.
I don't know if it's going to be them packing it in and calling it. I think they're just going to have played, like, I think the final count was like 19 games in 31 days.
That is what it was when they came back.
Which is just not realistic.
Oh, I agree, but
It's gonna hurt.
I'm not arguing that. Those guys still have
I
their
think
own
next-
like circumstances to play for, so they're
think-
gonna still try as hard as they can. you
Yeah,
would think.
Right.
It's like pride
I'm
at
just
this
imagining the doomsday scenario
Oh, yeah.
of Calgary coming
taking
back
them all
and-
somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see Calgary even with Vancouver being beat up like that. I don't see Calgary taking all of the games, all 5. But it obviously could happen. Interesting little note here. Montreal, as shitty as they've been doing, Ben,
I
They are
have no fucking clue.
2 points. 2 points outside of third.
Yeah, and it was the other day I shared that tweet where it was like they see themselves 2 points out of third after winning 5 of their last 14. I think that Ottawa game last night made it 6 of their last 15 now, having won them.
Well, that works. That
And-
helps.
There's some way, some fucking how, 2 points back of Winnipeg, which
4 less wins. 4 less wins.
OTL points are a hell of a drug, as
Apparently,
Dallas
frickin'
has
A.
found out.
Ooh, we're
Yeah,
gonna
and
have to take
Carolina.
a second to talk about them.
And Carolina, we'll go there next. Is once we're done here in the North.
Yeah,
God damn
I
it.
don't know. It's been a week. Like the Habs, they had a terrible game against Toronto. That was just bad.
Well, here's the thing.
Uh,
Toronto's a
Toronto's
powerhouse.
Very, very good. And it didn't help that night it was, well, Shea Weber wasn't out, I don't think, that night, but he was out the next game and has since been. So I think something must have happened that night because he also looked quite bad. And then at that same time, well, while we're already missing Gallagher, then they also lost Drouin, Byron, and Tatar before that Toronto game.
Yeah, they were decimated a little.
So it's not going to go so hot. But then they had 2 really big comeback wins against the Jets and then Ottawa. The Jets, they were down 2-0. Then
Barely
2.
fucking won that game.
What's
They
that?
still did though.
They barely fucking won that game.
I mean, yeah, they came out and had like a third period of all third periods. Like they were playing the hell out of Ottawa in just the third alone, and then ended up tying it and then winning in overtime. Cole Caulfield, what's up?
First
But that
NHL
Winnipeg game I thought was more impressive just because they were down 2-0, then 2-1, then 3-1, then tied it up 3-3, and then ended up winning in third period, and it was just a really good team effort. I don't know. They're in a weird spot. I still don't have much faith in them, but they looked good this week.
Okay. I mean, there's Jesus Christ. They could get into the third somehow.
I don't understand. Actually, I do understand because I saw Winnipeg's lost their last 6 in a row. I think it is now.
Yes.
What are the Habs going to do with that? You sent us a message earlier in the week. Something about like when Bruin and one of the other guys come back off injury, they got to send one of these other guys back down.
I don't fucking know. I'm not trying to understand all of the cap shit and the taxi squad anymore because it doesn't make sense to me anymore. I'm just letting them play whoever they can get up somehow, and I'm just going to not pay attention to that because I'm done trying to do the mental gymnastics to understand how that shit works. Because this season has been so dumb. Like, and then there was like 4 call-ups you could have after the trade deadline for some reason. Because why does that need to be a thing when people are getting injured and taken out of the lineup like all the time, especially this season? Like, why do you make that a thing? I don't know. I'm frustrated with that area, how that's gone this year, but I don't know.
Like rules and such.
Yeah.
It's been kind of crappy. Yeah. All right. Well, if we're done here in the North, I would like to take it to my Central.
The Central Division.
My Central.
This is my Central, gentlemen. No. All right. So now the top 3 in the Central have clinched their playoff spots, those being Carolina, Tampa Bay, and Florida. Let me turn my page. Tampa Bay currently is in second, tied for second, if we're being technical, with the same amount of points as Florida. With more wins than anyone else in the division. Because Carolina has 7 OT points. Yep. And Florida has 5. So, sick.
You just got to learn from other teams how to lose in overtime if you're going to lose, Mike. That's the...
God damn it. Apparently.
Yeah, but they got to stop losing in regulation.
Gotta at least push it to OT.
They Tampa's picked it up. The last couple episodes, I know I was going in on them, but their last 10, they're 7-2-1. So they're back to doing what they do. They played Detroit today, and I thought they were gonna lose, despite outplaying Detroit insanely because it's Detroit. But something interesting about the game today: Chris Gibson played. And got his first NHL win since, I think it was February 2018, and that was his last win until today, and it was with the New York Islanders. So too bad Eric's not here.
Really is just finding any goalie anywhere, just playing our net this year.
Just basically. Like that whacked out Anton Forsberg stat too. Like he hasn't played a game since like the end of 2018 or something like that too.
Yeah.
Well, so the reason that he played was because McElhinney played yesterday. They lost in the shootout. It was literally 0-0. It was a 0-0 shootout win.
Oh God, that's such a boring game. Then,
15 shots. 15 shots Detroit had on the net in the entire game. Yep.
Oy.
And Thomas Greiss stood on his head. But what the hell, dude? What the hell? Oh, so the Lightning clinched, and as soon as they clinched, I think they started scratching Vasi.
I mean, that's probably the right play with the amount he's played this year. He's played a lot, hasn't he?
He's got 30 wins. He leads the NHL in wins. That's all I know.
30 of the 52 games at least then, and he's probably got some losses. So
he's got a couple, yeah. He's got 30 of the 35 wins.
Holy fuck, man.
He's a god. He's a god in the net.
pretty fucking good, I guess.
But yeah, so they started scratching him, and I think they're just gonna. They only have 4 games left, so I would assume that'll be a McElhaney Gibson combo, unless
maybe like throw him in the last one.
I was thinking
just
the
to-
last 1 or 2, because here's the thing: the last 2 games for the Lightning are against Florida,
Oh boy,
so it's literally going to be a battle for home ice.
whoever's getting home ice, yeah.
And then they'll have to just turn around and keep playing them.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
is going to
This,
be
this
interesting.
scheduling is gonna be rough.
Oh, dude,
I don't know how great the hockey we're gonna be getting is. I mean, it's gonna be fun because it's first round playoffs, but
Yeah.
like with the amount of compressed schedules we basically had league wide with a lot of different teams, with all the different postponements that have pretty much happened in all of the divisions now.
Yeah.
I don't know what the quality of hockey is gonna be like, but I'm still excited. It's playoff hockey.
Yeah. I will say, the Lightning all season so far haven't had a postponed game due to COVID on their end. So they've been
Right.
doing very well with that. They've only had Florida messed them up, and Dallas.
Didn't Dallas? Yeah, because that
Dallas,
was right
yeah.
at the beginning.
But Dallas
of the
messed
year.
everybody in the friggin' division.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know, better to do it at the beginning than at the middle, like
Yeah,
Vancouver.
just kind of be able to plan it at least.
Yeah. But that's pretty much it. It's that 4th spot is hotly contested. Nashville has it by 3 points right now, but Dallas has 1 game in hand on them. So
The one thing that doesn't help Dallas is if in all of that they somehow manage to maybe get tied, which is probably like something that's conceivable, because a 3-point lead with only like 4 and 5 games remaining,
4 and
that's
5,
pretty
yeah.
good.
That's pretty solid.
And then the thing about that is their overtime loss points, while getting them up in the standings like this, are going to screw them over in the
Gives them a
tiebreakers
worse record.
because
Yep.
it'll go by wins first if they're tied in the end. So
Yeah. It's looking
Um,
like Nashville might make it in.
it does look like they
Doesn't
actually
help
might.
Dallas that they played Nashville a
Yeah.
couple nights ago and lost.
And they lost.
Yeah.
They needed
Yeah.
that one. Yeah, and I will point out, I haven't looked it up yet. That's gonna be this week. I'm gonna look up everybody's picks, and we're gonna go over those. But I haven't looked it up yet. But I know I kept Dallas out, and I put Nashville in.
I
So-
think these are gonna be all like solidified by next episode.
Yeah, that's
I think
why
gonna happen.
they'll be pretty. There may be a couple shufflings, but that'll
Yeah.
be it.
But the teams that are getting in will be.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
we'll
Interesting.
get
We're
to see.
getting there. We're right there.
I know,
we really
right?
are.
It kind of
Like,
snuck up.
feels weird, like playoffs already.
It kind of
but-
yeah. Well, that's because it was like what the hell is it? It's May.
It's like 56 games in the span of what would normally probably be only like 35 to 40 games of schedule in a normal season.
Is that the Irish flag?
Yeah.
Why?
It's been nuts, but I am ready for playoffs. I will
Oh,
say
I'm
that.
so ready, dude. I'm ready for that. I'm ready for some brackets. I've got Danielle. I'm gonna have Danielle make us some sweet brackets. Like
Nice.
design us some nice brackets. It's gonna be sweet. All right. I'll
As weird
do.
as this sounds,
Yeah.
I actually I want Montreal to jump Winnipeg, especially because they've been playing. Like, I want them to play Edmonton. As weird as saying I want them to play McDavid and Draisaitl in a series is, they've played Edmonton so much better than they've
Yeah.
played Toronto this year. They've been playing Edmonton really well. They limited, I think, of like the 6 games they played Edmonton, McDavid's only scored in like 2 of them.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, except for they get into the playoffs and those 2 will just strap the team to their back and fucking carry them straight through.
I mean, that's
Never
what they
know.
try to do every
Never
game.
know.
Like, that's nothing new.
You never know.
I
Edmonton's
don't know.
certainly not is on the same level as Toronto at this point, at least.
Toronto's just fucking
Yeah.
good, man.
They're just good. Who called that, Nick? You and me, buddy.
Ben did not.
Yeah.
Ben did not.
Ben,
that is
Ben
true.
was a Toronto hater most of the season.
That's in his contract. It's in his contract.
I have to. It's
As a Habs
legally
fan.
required of me.
All right. I'm gonna real quick go over the East for Eric. I can't be as nice as him, but I'll do my best. So Pittsburgh, Washington, and the Isles have clinched. So the Isles did clinch their spot, which is good to see. And
Last night
Boston,
against the Rangers, actually.
they? That was the win
Yes,
that did it.
was that win
Ah,
that-
nice. And at the same time, giving Boston a leg up because all Boston has to do is get a point or have the Rangers lose, and then they're in.
Yeah, I was say there's no real conceivable way there.
The Rangers have 4 games left, and they are 8 points behind Boston.
They would basically the Rangers
They've
basically
gotta
have to win out.
They've got to win
and
out, and Boston has to lose
has
in
to,
regulation.
just lose so much.
That's there's literally the only way. Like, and then then they'd have a tied amount of wins. I don't know how they would figure that out if
I don't
if
even
they
know
actually tied it, because they would have the same exact record.
I don't know what there's going to be a tiebreak. It's not going to happen.
I don't
It's
think
gonna
it'll
be
happen.
Boston.
Boston will get
It's
at
gonna
least
be
a point
Boston,
at some
yeah.
point in the next 4 games.
Dude,
Yeah.
Krejci's been having some like
He,
unreal assists.
yeah,
too.
like he looks like he's 4 years younger. Like, what has he been doing? Jesus, he's had some.
He's on the
moves.
TB12 diet.
Or they gave him Taylor Hall as a line mate, so he's like,
That
I
helps too.
guess,
And
I
he's
guess I'll try if I got this guy with me. Then
and he's a playoff guy. He's a playoff performer as well. So if he's like this now, wait until it matters.
and I may have to eat my words on Taylor Hall because he has been looking
Yeah,
really, 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 really good in
No,
Boston.
fuck him.
same. I thought
He's
he was
been
gonna,
doing. I mean, if he,
I thought he was gonna lay
there
an
is
egg.
a lot of time for him to not do much in the playoffs. There is that, but he's been doing really well in Boston so far.
I mean, yes, he has considerably better line mates
Yep.
than he would have in Buffalo, but he was playing with fucking what's his face? God damn it. I can't remember his name.
Eichel.
Eichel. He was playing with Jack Eichel, for Christ's sake. Like,
Other than those two, everything around them in that team is just ass.
I don't I totally understand that, but like there's still 2 studs. One is, one's not.
One was an
They're
injured
still
stud.
2 great players, right? They both should have more than like I don't even remember what the stat was, but it was atrociously bad. Like it was
something going on.
laughable how bad those 2 were playing together.
Yeah,
Yeah. Sometimes people just don't mesh.
yeah.
Like,
and
so-
sometimes they're on a team like Buffalo.
And then you're just surrounded by nothing.
I think there is something to the fact that like if you're on that team and they're losing that much, you don't give a fucking like it's.
I mean, their
Yeah,
goalie
like-
situation, like I can understand. Like, could you? I'm sure you guys can fathom it too. Step into that situation. You have not 2 trash goalies, 1 trash goalie, and what your other goalie's out.
Yeah,
Because 0
Basically
like
all-
proven goalies,
yeah.
or they're
So then you're-
proven that
Then
they're
you're
proven.
then you're in your own head every single night. Okay, I've got to score 7 goals because we're gonna fucking lose.
Probably gonna give
Yeah.
up 6. So
If we want to win this game, we got to get to double digits, baby. Yeah. Well, see and then some people just don't mesh. Like when the Lightning brought in David Savard, I was like, he's going to play with Hedman, and that's going to be one of the top 1D pairings in the league. And then they played together, and it didn't go well.
interesting.
It just
So
didn't
who-
go well.
like,
So they shipped him down. So now the pairings in today's game were Hedman, Chernak, weirdly, because Chernak usually plays with McDonough. It was Hedman, Chernak, McDonough, Savard, and then Sergachev and Shen. They put Sergachev with Shen because Shen is not very mobile, and Sergachev
Yeah.
is very mobile. So
How did Savard look with McDonough then?
no, he looks good. He looks real good. Yep, big beard.
There you go. Yeah, no, I honestly think you're just getting Kucherov right back for like you're gonna be fine. Tampa's gonna be fucking fine.
Then if we get Stammer
Annoying.
back as well,
But interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see who you guys play because that is a tough division, man. Like I wouldn't want to play anybody in that top 4.
it's gonna be
So, what do they
Like,
have to
the only
do?
way it'd be nice is
Guy out?
maybe get to first,
send-
and then you can play like Nashville or something.
They have
Yeah.
to take a guy off their active roster to bring back probably, but they got to take 2 guys off their active roster to bring those guys back, right?
Yeah,
I
so
don't
they've
believe there's a roster limit after playoffs start.
they will have to take 2 of the people that have been playing in games. Yeah, if that's what I think that's what Nick means.
Yeah.
But yeah, they will. So they'll. My guess is it'll be, even though he's been playing really well. Barre Boulet, which is a name I've been hearing for a couple of years, has finally started playing. and got a couple goals. Got his first goal, and then the next game he figured he'd get another one. My guess is he'll be one that's taken out. Although he's actually been playing on the point Palat line, which is interesting for a rookie. So my guess is he'll be taken out, and I hate to say it, but Matthew Joseph has just not looked good. He's just
he's
not
never
looked,
really been like.
he had like a really good stretch.
Anyway, is he?
He had a really good stretch one year. And then he just isn't able to put it together very well. Like today he missed like a wide open friggin' one-timer. And it wasn't even a big one. It was just like a snapshot one-timer, and I was like, son of a bitch! But my guess is him or Ross Colton. It'll be just either two of the rookies or maybe Joseph, I think, would be taken out. But, I mean, you're not losing much there. And you're adding Kucherov and Stamkos.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty easy.
That's what you want to do. Okay. Oh, God. I'm sore today, especially my bee cheeks, because the last couple days, I've been doing some golfing, and I know Nick's got to be sore because he's been doing some golfing as well.
My back is
Look
sore
at you.
right now.
Yep.
I didn't golf.
Ben did not golf. And me and Nick played Saturday at a country club, and I think it was
Boston Spa Country Club.
Boston Spa Country Club, and I think it was like 5,100 or so yards, and we walked 18.
It's a pretty good walk.
Yeah, it was a nice long walk.
Consider it is not. I mean, it's not considerably shorter, but it's a shorter course that I've walked. I've walked Eagle Crest, and that's a fucking hike, and you're
That's a long
smoked
one, yeah.
by the end. We were pretty tired coming up the 18th hole, but I've been worse. Anyway,
Yeah, no, that was pretty much it. We walked that day, and then Nick played. I played again today as well, and I did 18, but it was a par 3 course, so it wasn't.
Fun
anywhere
fact
near
about
as long.
yesterday.
I like par 3 courses. They're fun.
It's a fun one. Well, next time you come
Fun
down,
fact
Benny.
about yesterday, we're out with Nick Capola and his friend Ryan, and
Ooh,
I don't even remember what hole we're on. We're on the back 9. I want to say it's like 16 or 17. We're coming up the fairway, and his friend Ryan turns around and says to Mike, "Hey, you're a Tampa fan?" Because he sees the Tampa head cover. And let me preface this conversation with Nick and Ryan, and like Nick Capola was a good hockey player when he was growing up. He's played with some now professionals, Charlie Coyle being one of them.
Oh wow.
Anyway, I know there's more than that. Ryan turns around to Mike, and Ryan's better. Ryan actually he played in some other leagues, and then he got hurt. I don't remember exactly where he played.
he played in Victoria, Ben. Is that the Q?
Victoria, British Columbia? I don't
Maybe.
know. He played like on a junior team though?
Yeah, pretty sure he played
Oh,
on the
wow.
junior team.
Yep.
Because he played with someone that I love, Nick. Continue.
Yeah. So he turns around. He says, "Mike, you're a Tampa fan?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Funny. I'm pretty good friends with the guy on that team."
Yep.
And Mike's like, "Well, who is it?" He says, "Yanni Gord."
And I shat my
Oh, wow.
pants, dude. I was like, dude, that's my favorite freaking player on that team, minus like Stamkos. I was like, wow. It's like I love that guy. He never stops.
Small world.
It's just that was just really cool. Also, a side note, this Ryan guy,
Ooh.
is
He's not a big boy. He's a strong guy.
He's a strong motherfucker.
Oh,
And
Victoria.
he's got
Tigers.
fucking torque in his shot. And he takes his big stick out.
340-yard par 4, I think it was.
Jesus.
Oh,
Takes
just
it
wait.
out.
Get
Just
it.
wait.
It's a fucking piss missile over the back of the green.
Over the green. Oh yeah. It hit the green. It did hit the green and rolled over. Yep.
Yeah. He hit a couple of rockets today too.
Okay.
Ben, where like
Jesus.
I can't even put myself on his level, but he's got a shot shape like me. He's left-handed.
He's a fade. He
So
fades it.
he doesn't hit it perfect. He's gonna fucking have a big old massive hook on it.
He
Just
hit
like
some
mine did.
big fucking slices, dude. It was hilarious. Cause mine you'll find because they barely go anywhere. His they're gone.
Yeah.
I think on the first like 3 holes, he just like rode off 4 balls because he kept fucking smashing them into the woods. But
Yeah.
Nick and him still shot sub 4, like in the 40s, and they both played fairly good today too. Nick, I shot like shit again. I get out there. Ooh, I played Saratoga National today. It was about 1,000 yards longer, if not more, than what I'm ever used to playing. So
Yeah.
instead of hitting a tee shot and hitting from like a 150-ish area in, I'm hitting from 220 in.
Jesus.
So yeah, so I'm taking a 3 and a 4 iron out of the middle of the fairway, and I'm like, okay, I gotta hit the shit out of this thing, and I fucking chunk it.
Yeah, those are the clubs that we all have in our bags, and we pretend that we can like use them on most shots, and then we do it, and almost every time it never goes well. At least my 3 iron anyway. My 4 iron.
I can hit my 3 iron if I'm hitting it off the tee. If I'm hitting it off the deck, it's like it's one of those things it's in my head, obviously, and I can't get like my distance off the ball right. So I swing through it and I fucking hosel it straight into the ground, and I just drag it and take a big old scoop out. But I can say at Saratoga National, there's an island green, right? So you're on the tee box and
Think
you're like
TPC Sawgrass.
Oh
yeah, think
for all those
I
out
think
there.
it's 14, 17, 15, whatever.
I
Oh,
played that
on
Island
Sawgrass,
Bunker
it's 17.
I've played that Island Bunker so many times in Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2004.
So basically, it's that hole. It's 190-ish
Oh my God.
par 3.
Frig that.
So like
you gotta get it 190. Oh no!
And you gotta get
How
the
wide
stop.
is- how
You gotta
wide
get the
is
stop on the
green?
green. Wow.
Yeah. So I thankfully, I had a little bit of an edge on the front. So I take my 3 iron, I crush it. Thankfully, I hit it good, and I put it right basically on the first cut. I just had to chip and putt, doing up and down, and I was on for par, which I did.
Yeah, wait, so it's like
That's
190.
the only good hole I had all day. I was like, hit a nuke of a 3 iron, chip up, and get her in for I think it was like a 3 foot putt. But
Nice.
yeah, it's the only good thing about today. The rest of it was like I lost like 7 balls.
Jeez, dude, add that to yesterday. You've lost like an entire box.
Yeah.
It was 190 to the hole, but then what was like the yardage to the front of the thing?
Yeah.
Because that makes
190.
sense.
Oh, it was 190 to the front.
Oh no!
Oh boy.
I would have to take a driver and drive. I don't have.
Wasn't playing 190. It was playing more like 175, 180 because there was a ton of wind.
Oh, helping wind. Okay.
But it was all of 190 to get it there because I can hit my 4 iron 180
Okay, 1 iron off the tee. Let's go.
because if I would have went, I hit that thing as good as I could hit it, the best I've probably ever hit it, right?
Mhm.
So
I really want to learn how to use my 1 iron.
Okay.
I would fucking love to be able to actually like pull that out of a bag and use it well. Just be like, fuck.
this is crazy. So his friend Ryan, right? We're saying he can hit a 300 plus yard drive if he hits it straight.
Everything else goes just as far. That son of a bitch.
100% true. He's got a 2 iron in his bag that like he hits it straight every single time, and it's
Man,
250, almost 300 on a fucking 2 iron.
see, I'm not that good, but the one time I actually got good connection with a 1 iron, I got a
Just
220 off a tee.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
So like that's why I really want to learn how to use it, like, and actually like be able to consistently use it. But it's so fucking hard
Yeah,
because for
dude.
some reason they're always so goddamn tiny.
Oh yeah.
Glove face
My
is
3
so
iron
small.
is tough
Really?
too. Like it's just tough because it's like a longer iron that you're not like super used to hitting. Because you guys know I don't hit woods. I hit a
Yeah,
longer iron.
He's
if I have
scared
it.
of his 5 wood. He's scared of it.
I honestly don't even end up using my woods because I'm ass with them. Like
Oh.
they never.
Oh yeah, that's why.
Okay.
Again, my two rounds this weekend didn't pull the 5 wood out of the bag. Sat in the same spot for the last 5 weeks.
You could take
I
that
think I would
out.
learn, and I should actually take out the clubs that I know I'm terrible with. Because
Yeah.
like every once in a while when I'm
Remember
out on a course, I get the idea. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna use this one, and then just or like
I'll probably go to a range this week and try and start hitting that. But
See, the problem The problem is when you go to the range, and I fall victim to this as well. You go to the range, and the way I do it is I start with a wedge, and I go from the wedge up the bag. I usually don't do every club, but I'll skip a couple. And then I get to the driver, and then I just start pounding drivers.
My routine is I generally take like one club from like I consider them like sections of clubs where it's like 60 degree to like pitching wedge is like one section, and then like 9 to like 6 is like another section, and then 5, 3, 4 and up is like another section. Like I try to take like one from each of those sections.
Yeah.
And get like
because those are all considerably
shots off
similar.
in a row.
Yeah.
And then I move on, and then I do driver at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the problem with the range too, and like we joked about it yesterday, on the course isn't necessarily the time to try new things, which is right and wrong.
I say frigate.
You go out onto a driving range and you're hitting off a flat ground all the time.
I mean, there's plenty of times you do have to just try shit when you're playing. Like,
yeah, I mean, you got to know how to hit the club though. I've hit my 5-wood probably. I can probably count on both hands how many times I've really used it. And I used to like hit it super chunky, and then I started to hit it, but it was getting a wicked slice to it. So I said, "Fuck this, it's going away," and I never took it back out. So
see, instead of woods, I just have the one hybrid club in my bag that if I connect, I'll get it somewhere between like 180 to 200, and even if I like fuck it up, it usually goes like 80. And hey,
It's forward.
Yeah. Yeah, so today was something. I'm just going to leave it at that. Something. I can tell you what I shot in the front nine. I shot like a 50. Nick shot a 51.
Oh,
I shot a 50. Maybe. I don't think he did.
I would take a 51.
Yeah, I think he shot a 51. I shot like a 58 or something like that on the front, which is like atrociously bad.
That's
and then
like
on the
a
back
back
nine. The back nine was bad. I started with an 8, shot a couple 7s, ended the round with an 8. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, that's dude.
It was not. I was at a point where I wasn't having fun anymore because I was just consistently hitting bad. Like I'd have a good shot, hit 4 bad shots, hit a bad chip, hit into a bunker, can't get out of the bunker, putt. It's just like
that's how it goes.
Frustrating.
If there was like a subline to the game of golf, that's it right there. Frustrating.
Basically, yeah.
But yeah, so July 4th we'll all play, or July 3rd.
Oh God, Malone.
We're gonna make Malone's course our bitch.
Yeah. And by that you mean we're gonna chunk every shot and we're gonna tear that bastard up, eh?
Not the hardest thing in the world.
And we're gonna donate balls to that course.
Time.
That's right, Malone. We're coming to give you all our balls.
Do we do the west or the east? The east has a bunch of hills, so we're gonna do that because that's more fun.
What? All right.
What do they have? 218 sets over there?
Yeah, there's 36 holes there.
Dang.
Yeah, that was really fun. There was, I think, 3 or 4 years. My grandpa and I both had memberships there and just went there all summer. That was fun.
That's cool.
That was fun. Got a lot of golf in. I was actually like, by the end of that time, I was getting like 45 to 50 for each 9. That was like probably the best golf I ever played, and then I've never gotten back to that. But
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, you got to play a little bit, Ben. You've played 5 times.
Played 4 times.
I think it's been 4 or 5 times within the last all of last year, and then this year. Yeah, I haven't done anywhere near enough. Because I was starting to get better that year. We played like all summer, Mike.
Holy dude, we played so much.
Towards the end of that, I was basically under 110 on every.
Well, yeah, I mean, I remember going up to Plattsburgh and being like, "I got to try and beat Ben today," and then I'd blow up on a hole and be like, "I'm fucking done."
And then my 2 students surpassed me. It's so sad.
Yeah.
The way I've played the last 2 rounds, I don't think I've surpassed you.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
I don't know. I had a really decent improvement from like 9 to 9 last.
Yeah, you were getting back. You were getting back to it.
Yeah.
If I could stop chunking my irons, I've played 2 18 rounds where I can't not strike the ball good. I don't know
That's
what
the
the
one
fuck
area
they're
I'm
doing
usually
differently.
always fine.
That's the range, Nick. You need the range.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Kiss my ass.
Not gonna do that. I was thinking that the other day though, Ben, because I shot on Saturday and it was windy as shit too. We forgot to
Yeah.
mention that it was stupid windy.
It was the same today. We had wind and rain
Yeah.
again.
That didn't help the day that we went either, because it was fucking breezy that day.
It was. Yeah. Well, picture that, but way friggin' worse. And this was yesterday. I don't know about
I
today.
just don't even go those days.
Yeah, yesterday was tough.
But I shot a 102, and I wasn't happy. Yeah, I wasn't happy, but I was like I wasn't happy, and I was like, man, like 2 years ago, I would have been like, holy shit, I shot a 102. I just shot the best round of my life.
Yeah.
But I've played like 3 rounds of 18 this year, and I've gotten or that was my 4th round, and every other round I've been under 100. So
Yeah, you've been playing good.
I don't know if I've broken 100 ever in my life.
well, if you were getting 45
did
to
it
50
once
on
this
9,
year.
you were on pace to do it.
Yeah, see, the
I
thing
won't-
is, I'll never know is because we only ever played 9 at a time. That's all we ever did.
Dang. Well, you can just count it. You can say you're on pace for it.
Yeah, I was at a breaking 100 pace
There
all
you go.
year.
All right.
Yeah, I shoots a 49. I'm gonna break 100. I'm gonna be a 98. Yeah, okay.
All right, gentlemen. Snack time. Time for snacks. So this was another viewer suggestion. This one comes from Danielle, my lovely girlfriend.
Daniel, hello.
Be Danielle.
She asked which snack foods, and I'm gonna expand that to just food in general, gives you nostalgia. So when you eat a certain food, you know, do you think back to a certain time, or you know, anything like that? Now I don't know if any of you have anything.
Snack food theme.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna have to say cosmic brownies, because I think that was my school time lunch dessert for like a solid 7 or 8 years.
That's true. I do
It's
remember
fucking
that.
turkey sandwich and a cosmic brownie.
Oh yeah, bunch of champions right there.
Yeah.
That was your choice every single day.
And it bothered Nick apparently.
I like a routine, man.
I just I cannot repetitively eat the same food. I've tried. I can't do it.
I
So,
mean,
like,
it was always
He's walking in with a turkey sandwich every single
was every
day. I'm
day.
like, how are you not sick of this?
I think that's
I
what
don't
I
know.
had.
I liked it.
Yeah, I think that's what I did. I didn't really change
Usually
it up too much either.
nuggets, some kind. I had Arnie Palmer's a lot.
Ooh, yeah. See, back then I didn't like them, and I called them Whiz Waters.
I don't understand. They're so good.
I like them now. I think I liked sweeter stuff back then.
Yeah, tea's bitter. So
It's not as sweet.
That's pretty sweet. Arnie Palmer's pretty sweet.
Not
still
compared
has
to
that
soda.
like bitter taste of iced tea in it though.
It's sweet, but it's a combination that's really good, but I didn't appreciate it back then. You know,
Had to grow into Arnie Palmer.
I had to grow into it. To grow my taste buds. Nick, do you have a nostalgic food?
All I'm thinking of, the first things that popped into my head were like, you guys remember the Scooby-Doo fruit snacks?
Oh,
yo.
absolutely.
Those
Yeah,
and
like-
Gushers are all I can think of. Like,
Gushers.
or any of those like, remember
fruit
the
roll-ups?
fruit roll-ups that you like can throw out? Those are like the ones with the tattoos. Those are the only things I can think of right now.
Oh, the tattoos. Yeah.
It was
I
fruit by
forgot
the
about
foot
those.
was the roll.
Yeah, fruit by the foot was the roll, then the fruit roll-ups were like
those-
the sheets.
They had those at the cafeteria, like the snack counter, back when the snack counter was fun. That
Wait,
was
there
for
was a
like
snack counter?
it was like
You
early.
remember that?
I
It
don't
was
remember
like
shit from back then.
early in our elementary, because it wasn't long before anything sugary. It was like, nah. I
Yeah,
can't
because
have
they
that.
had
Ice
those.
banded.
Remember they had the ice pops that you could like break in half
Yeah,
and
those,
give
like-
somebody else.
Yep.
Oh, and then they had like those awesome like the triangle ones too.
Triangle. It was Minute Maid juice pops or something like that
Yeah.
that were like
Yep.
shaped in a triangle. Yeah,
Wow, did
Real
I
good.
go to the same school as you guys?
They had pretzels and cheese. They had nachos and cheese. You could also
You don't
like
remember the pretzels?
Wait,
What are you talking
like,
about?
Wait a
they
second.
had some fucking killer trail mix.
This
too.
was
I
in the
remember my mom
cafeteria.
loved
In the
trail
cafeteria, there was like the pretzels with like nacho cheese, and you could get nachos too. It wasn't for very long. It was pretty when we were pretty young in our.
I think I must have done something at some point in my later life to lose memories because that does not ring even the tiniest of bells.
It was, I would agree. We were young because then they pulled it out and then they started doing like this fucking Michelle Obama bullshit that like
Healthier
we're gonna make
lunches.
you eat healthy. Here, make sure you take a fruit.
It was
Like,
making
I
it
don't want
healthier.
a fucking
Except
fruit.
it
I
didn't,
want candy.
like it wasn't healthy because like all the shit that the cafeteria would end up making was just processed shit anyway.
Yeah.
But
Remember
the
the
amount of
pizza?
stuff that would qualify as vegetables under like state laws is nuts. But
Remember the pizza though? Like
Square pizza?
the nostalgic like rectangle pizza.
I didn't like it that much. But
That's it tasted like shit.
yeah,
I didn't like it, but if I ate it, it would bring me back.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
I'm trying to remember what other good things were. I just remember like
Calzones.
that and their
calzones were pretty
ribs.
legit. I will say calzone day was like the one day I would actually get lunch at school.
calzone.
I would bring in lunch basically any other day, but calzones was like the one time. They were actually pretty fucking good.
Those are so good.
Those were the days like you go in, you pull your milk carton out of the thing, and yeah, those were the days.
Chocolate milk every
Sometimes you
time,
have to
boys.
really just kind of like they were
Chocolate
wedged
milk.
in there.
For me, I just remember going on late night, and this isn't even that long ago, but late night. You know what I'm saying? Late night downer trips, boys.
Oh, hell yeah! I put on
The
so much
reason I
chicken
got
tender.
fat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got lucky.
Hey, can I get a large order of onion rings, please? At 10 o'clock at night. Yeah, that was a good idea, you fucking dumbass.
What was it? We would get like it was like a free like $8 meal after 8 p.m. or something like that.
It was something like that, and so
then
sometimes
The
we would
one
just
thing
like-
that would always but it was like the one thing I know me and you would always get, Mike, that would fit under that parameters was the order of like 4 chicken tenders that would end up becoming like 6 if you had a good like a good one of the restaurant attendants, and then a big order of fries. And it was the early fries that were the best. They swapped brands.
They did. There was because they had like the Owl's Nest ones, the ones that
Yeah,
they had at Owl's Nest.
So fucking good.
KFC style.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And I was so sad when those went away. But yeah, no, we ate so much chicken that year. So much chicken that year.
Dude, I loved
Because
it.
of course we had to get a Pepsi or a Mountain Dew at the same time
Well,
too,
yeah.
and just
You guys remember I had a
calories.
different meal plan than you guys did that year.
yes,
You had
You
the
you
had,
better
had
one.
like
Yeah, I
You
had a
have, like,
better
a
one.
great
Do you remember at the
$7
end of the semesters, I would just buy a bunch of random shit? Like I bought a
Yeah.
shitload
Yep.
of coffee cups and
Yep.
coffee.
still have a couple of those mugs.
But specifically, I remember because we had a picture of it for a long time. In our fridge, I just got extra sodas all the time and just bought
Oh
extra sodas.
Yep, that's
I
right.
just shoved them in the fridge and made a pyramid out of them in there.
Yep. Yeah,
those
dude.
were the days. God damn it, that was such a bad idea. Fucking fucking college. Make healthier options so people don't get
No.
fat and unhealthy, you dumbasses.
Nick,
I mean, there was a salad station in that same restaurant area,
problem-
but
the problem-
nobody ever went to it.
yeah, you can't like because here's the thing: even if they had healthy options, like none of us would have gotten it. Maybe Ben every once in a while, like, but none of us. You
I
and me
did
would
get-
have
I
gotten
think
it.
I got a salad there once, and it was terrible.
We used to make McDonald's trips all the time too.
We did.
Yep.
And like
Mickey D's,
when
baby.
we moved to Ren, we would make Burger King trips. weekly.
Yeah, BK trips.
At the same time, though, I'm thinking like I want to go back and punch like freshman or like sophomore year Ben for ever thinking that was hard.
What? What
That,
was
that,
hard?
that just school and like life then was hard. And
Oh.
I'm just like because there was
Dumbass.
like moments.
You don't know what's coming for you.
Yeah, exactly. There was like moments where I was like, ah, shit, this school is terrible. Like all this time, I'm like, yeah, no, it's fucking nothing. Fucking nothing.
There you go, Danielle. There's some nostalgic time from the boys.
I don't wait. So you're saying that school was cakewalk?
No, I'm saying it. I mean, I think it was easier than just like life with like a job and shit. Yeah.
I
College was
disagree.
better.
I mean, there's some significant differences, but yeah, I mean, school for me was very easy. Would I do it again? Probably
I guess
not.
there's more stress. I guess there's more stress now, but like I work 8 hours a day now and don't work weekends. Like back then, I had classes for almost 8 hours a day and then had to do homework after that.
Yeah, I will amend that to first like year and a half, 2 years of school. That was real easy. Then once I actually
when you
became
did the
like
paper.
yeah, that once I actually like started on like giving my soul to Cardinal points, that wasn't as awesome. I mean, it was fun. It was a lot of fun, but I didn't sleep. I got like there was a couple semesters there where I slept like 3 or 4 hours most nights in the middle of the week. Because I was never there. I was never in Ren that one year.
Yeah.
We know.
Yeah,
We're
I
still
didn't have.
hostile about it.
We're hostile about it?
Hostile?
I'm not hostile.
I'm kidding.
My last semester was the worst one, and it wasn't terrible. I just didn't get a lot of sleep. But that's gonna do it for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you enjoyed. Next week, hopefully, we'll have Eric back. We won't really know until next week. I think we will.
Next Sunday, we'll know.
And next week we'll also be going over how wrong we all were with our team selections to make the playoffs.
I'm fairly certain I had Ottawa and Calgary in the Canadian division.
Well, I can tell you right now, I only made 2 picks for the West because all I said was Vegas and Colorado. I don't fucking care about.
You were a fucking cop out.
He played it safe.
Lame.
But I also did say I thought the Rangers were going to win the East, and I am very, very much wrong about that.
I thought they'd make the playoffs.
Anyway, we'll leave that for you for next week.
Yes, we will leave that. We'll leave it in some semi-suspense. But
or
you guys can go back and watch the episode because it's out there, so.
Which there's actually a cutout video of it. So you know what? I'll link it below. Linked below is you can find out in advance.
Down in the descriptions.
In advance. But that's gonna do it. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Bye.